So get out your alcoholic beverages, if you partake. If not, get out a beverage of some kind. And pick that up. Because we are on the final video of this LP. It's very exciting. Final chapter, all that jizz. Come over here. Hey, it's just like Resident Evil. If Resident Evil had ghosts and was in Japan. So we need to go up here and apparently down and apparently back up again. God damn it. Up. Thank you. And get out your green film. We're going to need that coming up. Depending on how much red film you have, I would actually say hold off on using the red film just yet, but you can use it here in a little bit. So now we are making our way this way, and there's going to be a hole, and as we learned from Silent Hill, holes are always a good thing. This would have been better if the ghost had said, "Peekaboo, I see you." But obviously she didn't. Actually, the green film works just fine against this thing. Yeah, go with the green film. Unless you just have like 50 or more of the red film. Let's go ahead and go with the green film there. And you probably won't. And you'll want to go with blue film for this hidden ghost that we're going to get. So, I'm going to give you a checklist for supplies that you need for the final boss. I'm going to say all your Type 90 film, which is either yellow or orange, I don't really, colorblind like I said. You need that, you need a stone mirror, and there are at least 2 in this chapter in case you need them. I'll show where one is, the other one, well, I'll kind of tell you where it is, but I'll tell you what room it's in anyways. How very sad. And yeah, for the final boss, that's all you really need. Stone mirror and your Type 90 film. I believe I actually got the upgrade there. Hopefully. About friggin' time. Too bad I won't get to really fight much of anything with it. But whatever. I didn't even upgrade. I was really disappointed I didn't get to upgrade my camera in its entirety, but that's as far upgraded as I'm going to get. But yeah, Type 90 film, like I said, I would just say hang on to all of that. You can't run here, unfortunately. I assume we're in like some rafters above an area we've already been in, which would be pretty cool. I don't know which area that is, but I assume we're in like a bunch of attic-y areas. I don't know where the hell we're going to end up. But there's some more Type 90 film. Those are the only 2 boxes of it we get in the game that I know of. So that's why I said be sure you have that for the final boss. Ghost. Take it down. I'm already taking it down, but yeah, you can get it for upgrade points. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, now I get the upgrade. Fantastic. Or not. Fuck, I don't know. Alright. So yeah, now we get to walk this. But yeah, your Type 90 film in its entirety, just because I don't know how much you're going to need for the final boss. So I'm just going to say all your Type 90 film and your stone mirror. That's all you need. anything else, and there's one of the 2 stone mirrors that they have in this area. So if somehow you used the one on that ghost, there would be another one there, and there will be one more. Type 90 film and stone mirror is all you need for the final boss. Everything else you can pretty much use at your leisure. There will even be a sacred water before you get to the final boss, so pretty much feel free to use all your health items here. Oh, very sad. Let's go this way. Yeah, stone mirror, type 90 film. Gonna say that a lot because, you know, I want to stress the amount of importance that it is that you have that for the final boss. Because there'll be quite a bit of stuff, not a ton, but quite a few things between the last save point and the final boss that you will not be able to go back and save for, so it'll just work out that way. But otherwise, I kind of don't really care for it either because, like I said, health items don't mean anything on the final boss. I shouldn't really be talking about that till we get there, but whatever. And it's pretty unfortunate because in games I do survival horror mode. I save items. I think this is over a little bit to the right of where I cut that. Aww. Yeah, I like saving up stuff for the final boss, and then it turns out that most of that you don't really need, so a lot of health items I pick up that I really have no reason to because I've saved so many health items. Be ready for a disappearing ghost if you want it. Damn it. Miku. Fortunately, this one doesn't disappear as quickly as some of the other ones. You're still able to get it. It's not bad. But at least it leaves you, hey, it's Miku, look. Look, that's pretty cool. I like that you can do that. And run straight through this door and then down towards us. Keep going down towards us. Picture's very grainy. Go across this thing, kind of to your right. Keep going until you go behind this other thing. I know where we are now, actually. And through this door. Come on, Miku. Miku, it's still behind us. Fortunately, very, very slow, but still behind us. And I'm assuming that's the final boss chasing us because the screen gets all staticky or grainy or whatever you want to call it. I saved my game there as well because why not? But it does that during the final boss. So yeah, like I said, Type 90 film, stone mirror, all you need for the final boss. Everything else, feel free to use. I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to make sure you got it if you're playing this game for the first time and looking for help. I don't think there's anything in there. I looked. Of course, on this game, if you're not on the right pixel, you can miss an item, but whatever. I don't really need anything else at this point. Unless they're going to give Type 90 film, I don't really care. I didn't know that at the time when I was playing this part, though. So I was still concerned with items. Had I known, I would not have been. I would have just flown right through this. Alright, so we're going to come in here for some more files. If you don't want the files, then you can proceed on. Still sucks I missed a few files in Chapter 3. I think I missed all the files in Chapter... No, it wasn't Chapter 3, was it? No, I don't believe it was. I have no idea. Still, somewhere in Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, somewhere in there I missed like a bunch of files, and I hate that. Because a lot of the story is told through these files. I can do my best to kind of give my not my interpretation, what I kind of know about the story is apparently they'll take some girl, I don't know how the first girl got started, but they'll take out her eyes, which we saw the blinded ghost. And I think like 10 years later, they put her in a room with a bunch of other girls and play something called Demon Tag. And somehow between all that, she ends up deciding or picking two girls. One is going to become the next her, get her eyes cut out, and be prepared to do that all over again. The other one is going to be subjected to the strangling ritual, which I assume you kind of know what that's all about, with the whole rope around her neck, ropes around each limb. That part, pretty explanatory. And that happens to keep some Hellgate closed, apparently. Don't quite understand how any of that works. Maybe that's explained better in the files. I don't know. But this chick, Kiri, that I think we've seen her a little bit here and there. This chapter's all about her, though. I guess she was the last one and it failed somehow, and now we've got all sorts of badness because of it. You don't have to come in here if you don't want to, but there are a couple ghosts. One off to the left here, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It comes with the name Kiri's Love, so there's apparently some guy that she likes. Probably in one of those files that I didn't read, but I showed. So, yeah, I got all the files in this chapter that I know of, so that's good. You can come in here for that. I don't know. I never had a random ghost show up in this chapter, but I also tried to not stick around too long. So let's just keep going. I'm not going to say that random ghosts won't show up, because they might. I don't really know. Yeah, that range really would have helped me in the final boss too. Well, I would say you definitely want your strength or your power, whatever it's called for the camera, and your charge up speed maxed out. You want that maxed out. The range would have been really helpful too, but I think the other two are much more important. So definitely have that. And get ready to save, because there's a save point down here. It is the last save point of the game. So definitely hit that up, because like I said, there's going to be a few things. I'm looking for a sacred water here. There's going to be a few things to do before the final boss, and unfortunately, once you leave this room, the door is going to lock. You will not be able to come back. Sucks, but that's how they did it. Which I don't really care for, because I don't really see why I can't come back here and save after doing a few things, but whatever. It would have made something I had to do much, I don't want to say maybe unnecessary, but, well, maybe unnecessary. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so as soon as you go out the door, there is a health item. I should have just cut directly to it. Instead, I'm going to cut, well, now I'm going to show you all changing to the green film. Instead, I'm just going to cut to me coming this way, or coming right out the door going this way. And get ready for ghosts. If you have enough, you can actually use the red film here, but they're really not that bad. As long as you have the green film, the blue film will do nothing against them, really. So be sure you at least have the green film equipped. There's an extra stash of it on this balcony thing. I'll show that in a minute. It's really the last film you get. I don't really know what the point is of it, but I guess it gives you something at least. And this last little bit is going to be kind of a mix of two different sessions. I hope it doesn't come off weird or anything like that. Go this way. There's still one more. But I wanted to make the video look the best I could, and I wanted to show the best way to go. Like I said, had I known I didn't need the health items, I would have not worried about picking them up, but I want to show they're there in case you get to this point and do need them. So, but I do like this because I can go willy-nilly the way I have all game with film and just shoot the crap out of them and not worry about the fact that I'm not getting the criticals. Thus avoiding them teleporting and going around in circles. And that's just up this little path, slightly more after the cut, not much, but there's green film there. I don't know why I picked it up, but I am going to use it once more. And there's that ghost. Yeah, on my final run of this, I didn't even bother getting it, because I did not care. And there is a note right here. And when I got to my final run, because I beat the final boss and got to the last thing you have to do and then got killed because I couldn't pick up an item. So when I did this again, I did not care and I was just running through this, not picking up any of this. And I want to show as much of this as I can. So that's why this is a mix of two different sessions. Hopefully it works for everybody. I think it should.
Stop.
I should have shown my better attempt at fighting her. Now I get to sit here. If I'd gone up a little more, I would have found her. Like, moving the camera up directionally. But I did not. I see she's not in that direction since I know about that little thing at the top of the camera thing now, so now I'm trying to move out of the way. Or move in that direction so that maybe I can get her. You can use red or green film here. It does not matter. She's really easy in this particular stage. I don't know who this chick is. I don't know how Miku's mother plays into this either. I know they mentioned her earlier and mentioned some backstory on her. And this will be a bit choppy, but there's a hidden ghost there that, again, on my successful run of this, I did not bother to get. But I wanted to show that off just so you know it's there. Now let's get the hell out of here. Oh, also in this room is that stone mirror that I was talking about. If you need one and if you don't have one, then you need one. So be sure to get that. Now I recommend having your red film equipped. If you've saved any of it, yeah, there is another health item there if you want it. I don't need it at this point, but whatever. Here is where you want to use the red film. So if you got plenty of it, then you only really need like 5 to 10 shots out of it. So if you've got plenty of it, feel free to use it. It'll make your life easier. Let me look at that. They already took it down pretty much. Or did take her down. Alright, that was only like 3 shots, and I didn't even get any sort of like supercharged thing. So yeah, like 5 or 6 would probably be good enough of the red film to save for that. Other than that, use whatever you want. we're at that point in a survival horror game where everything you've saved up you can now use. And that is the last ghost we'll face until the final boss. So, yeah. And like I said, there's a sacred water there. So if you are in danger of health, use that and you're good. Health items mean nothing to the final boss. Get out your Type 90 film now. You will want that. Like I said, if she touches you once, it's a one-hit kill. Yeah, anytime she touches you, it's a one-hit kill. Unless you have the stone meter. Okay, this is going to take me longer than it should to find where we trigger the final boss fight. There really should be a save point right here, and there's not, as far as I know, and that's unfortunate, because I really feel like they should give you one. But it'll give me time to wrap up a couple of things. So, next for my channel will be, well, me moving, which won't be on my channel. And I should be moved in. Hopefully I'll have internet up by mid-June. I'll be moving into this place in mid-June. I'm not going to start any other LP until I've moved. Just because, like this game, I don't want to start anything and then be delayed. So if anybody has any game requests, feel free to send them along. I have PlayStations 1, 2, and 3 and a GameCube. And a Wii now. So I will definitely take any suggestions y'all have.
Mafuyu!
Miku.
We will always be together.
Oh, hell. Definitely move away from that area. I tried this final boss fight, I don't know how many times. My first time, and you're looking at my first attempt at this, was actually the most successful. Now, you can only actually hit her when the circle is amber. Whenever it's fully charged. It's the only time it will do damage to her. So, definitely be sure to do that. Also, like I said, don't let her touch you, because then you're pretty much fucked. Unless you got the stone mirror, but, you know, you don't want to use the stone mirror. You have to at least get a little bit through the fight. At least I think you will. Maybe not. I don't know. And yeah, she'll shake the ground, all that. No, I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't.
It's the last piece of the mirror.
And this is the part that killed me my first time doing this. I could not find that mirror piece right there. And it still would have killed me because I had trouble getting this to activate. So pay no attention to the ghost that's going to appear.
Mafuyu, thank goodness.
Don't forget your duty.
My duty is to keep this gate closed. Leave this gate to me. The rest of you, hurry and escape.
But what about you?
I must stop the calamity, or else it will happen again. Don't worry about me. You must go.
Mafuyu, come on!
Miku. I must stay.
What are you saying?
I think I can help her. Miku, you go on without me. Miku. The whole time Kirei was guiding me, I could hear her screaming. Screaming for help. As the Rope Shrine Maiden, she was destined to seal the gate. Yet she also wanted to be with the one she loved. But she couldn't have both, and was being torn apart by those two feelings, which resulted in the calamity. Her spirit was touched by the malice, and she became a creature that wanted to make others suffer as she had. Now free of the malice, she is about to fulfill her duty as the Rope Shrine Maiden. Her soul must remain here, keeping this gate sealed off for all eternity. all alone. Endless pain. As long as she is free of pain, as long as she is not left hopeless, I wish to be by her side. Miku.
Mafuyu. Look, their souls are all going back to where they belong.
Miku. I now realize why I was brought here. And I will accept this destiny of mine. Miku. Thank you for everything.
Ever since that day, I stopped seeing things that other people don't see.
All right. Yeah, we did it. And like with all my LPs, walkthroughs, whatever you want to call them, I always end them on a victory sip. Victory sip. That's why I told you to get alcohol or whatever, some form of beverage at the beginning of the video. That way you could share in the victory sip too. Well, this was an interesting LP. It was kind of nice to get back to some classic survival horror. As for what's next on my channel, it'll probably either be Resident Evil Revelations 2 or Devil May Cry 3 or Siphon Filter 2. I was trying to remember the names of those games. Those last two having been requested a year or two ago. I'm not really sure which. This was an interesting game, though. I guess that was kind of cool to be back to some classic survival horror. I wish I would have known that I didn't need to worry about items as much as I did, but that kind of happens in all survival horror. I really wish health items actually mattered against the final boss. That was a bit unfortunate. But I guess they wanted to make the final boss so badass or something. I don't really know. That was just kind of weird. Also, a lot of the ghosts were kind of cheap, and like I said, I kind of wish Miku had left the doors open. That way she could have just ran right through, but whatever. Overall, this was a fun experience, though. I have Fatal Frame 2. We'll probably do that at some point, but I'm definitely not going to want to do it right away. So I will be moving within the next few weeks, so I'm not going to do any other videos until I get that taken care of. Yeah, I'm assuming D means I have a shit rank, and that's okay. I don't mind. So thank y'all very much for watching. It's always fun bringing these videos to my channel. Always a blast. I love doing them. And until next time, which I will be coming from a brand new place, thank y'all very much for watching, and I'll see y'all in whatever I do next.